Alright, we're gonna be doing a tier list on the 4-star characters of Honkai Starrail. You know, I will be rating them on their availability, of a power, obvious, damage and stuff, and if they're doing their job, as a support, you need to support. So let's just get started. Servo, electro character, I would actually say it's A tier. Alright, just throwing it out there. You get Servo for free. She does some good DOT damage at the beginning, when you just start out. Hits many targets. Yeah, so I think A tier is deserved. Herta, her damage is not good, so it's F tier. Nah, I'm kidding. It's probably B tier. Although her, she is not pretty good at attacking a boss. She is pretty good at clearing stages with smaller enemies, and I love her follow-up attack. So B tier I think is pretty deserved. March 7th, free character, but I have to put in C tier. She has a shield and a follow-up attack, which is good, but it can get better, which is not really a good segue to Arlen. Arlen his damage is actually pretty alright, but his playstyle really makes it makes life pretty miserable, because he has to be low on HP to actually deal a lot of damage, and I don't think it's worth the damage. Misha, high, I would put him D tier, but high, he's at the head of D tier because he relies a lot on his ult, and his ult is single target, so not really a fan. The normal trailblazer, so physical, low C. I think it's pretty underrated. At the beginning you don't really get a lot of physical characters, so it's pretty good. Tingyun, high A, almost S. She's pretty good for characters that rely on their ult or have a good ult. She also supports. The damage is not the best, but I would almost put her in S, but Natasha, low B. She is a free healer, if I remember correctly that she's free. I think you get her from the story. She heals. Okay, that's almost it. Actually, her skill is pretty good because it heals over time, so it could be used strategically. Lynx, high B. She's basically a better Natasha, like in almost any way. Galaga, I would actually put him over Lynx. He is not a better healer. Okay, he's not really a better healer, but he actually does his job pretty good. He's a good support. You could pair him up with any break character. His healing is fine. His ult is also pretty good for healing and stuff. So I think high B, almost A is good. Dan Hong, you can go with your team. So like, it's not good. It's not good. Xing Shui, okay. I don't even know how I should explain this one. Her damage is pretty good. She is just supposed to be a DPS, so she really does her job. She could be the best or the worst character because she consumes a lot of skill points. So, a lot of resets. Alright. Hook. Hook is a pretty beginner-friendly character, but I think if you would build her, she is pretty good, so I would put her over Natasha. Su Shang. That's basically just a physical Dan Hong butt, big butt, with some extra capabilities. She gets a lot of boosts. She is she's just more special. So we put her over the Trailblazer, the physical. And you know what, top of C. Top of C. Sample. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really an ability guy with damage over time. And he really is a support for damage over time. So I'm not really a guy to use this, because I don't really like it. But he really does his job, he's a wind character. Low B. Alright, Harmony Trailblazer is S tier. Probably over Xing Shui. When her ult is active, you can just shred through enemies. As long as the shield's broken. Shuji, I think top of A is pretty... No, not top of A. Her ult really is something. It just doesn't care about weakness. It just breaks through everything. So it's pretty beginner friendly if you don't have many characters, because she, you know, she does not care about the weakness. Plus follow-up attacks. Plus she can attack. She can, with her skill, she can attack many enemies at once. Asta, low A. Actually over Servo. Speed boost, pretty good early game. I think she was 3. Maybe? Actually I don't know. Pela. Pela, A tier over Shuji. What makes her special is that I think she's the only one who can, you know, get rid of the buffs from the enemies. But her damage is really lacking. Although her ult, debuffs the enemies with minus defense. So alone the ult and her special ability to get rid of buffs puts her in A. Yukon. Free character, so let's keep that in mind. I think she's pretty good. She can boost crit rate, crit damage, I think. And it's a free character, imaginary. Overall, she was a bit overshadowed from, you know, Ron May, because Ron May is like better, she's a 5-star. Gwenathan, fire damage over time character, as I said, not a big fan. But she actually, you know what? I think she should be over Hook. I think she's better than Hook. Alright. Hanya. Hanya is a budget sparkle, I would say, because she really is just there to, you know, make it easy to retrieve skill points with her burden debuff. She's not really easy to get, I'm gonna say that, but because she's, you know, on par with, well, not on par with Sparkle, but she is a budget Sparkle, which you should respect. So I would put her just between Hook and Gwenathan. Like, it's not really special. Like, you can't really get a lot of skill points, like a lot more, but her ult increases speed. She's alright, so nothing too special. Fire Trailblazer. She's actually one of not many that can, you know, taunt the enemy. Which is, and she's pretty early game and free. Or he, him, you know what, I don't. So I would actually put her on low A, like as low as possible. And Luca, well, I'm gonna be honest, I really don't care about him. I'm pretty unsure about that one. Like, his kit is completely useful, so he really does his job. His damage, I guess it's alright. Like, it's not really something 5-star special, but he does what he needs to do. If you E6 him, he's pretty strong, but you know, everyone would be. I think a good old, I'm really unsure about that one. I would put him over Natasha. Natasha really isn't the best heal, but she's free. So yeah, take your screenshots or whatever.